It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Reports podcast.
What did you see this week that you thought was idiotic?
You know what? I don't know if it was brilliant or idiotic just yet. I just know that there is a beautiful black woman out there dropping that hydrochloroquine knowledge on you sleep-ass motherfuckers. Stay woke, stay alive.
Dr. Stella Emmanuel.
You know what I'm saying? I know that Taylor is high. Taylor just had some of that edible. You know what I'm saying? She gonna need some hydrochloroquine to come back. That shit kicks you back from edibles as well, Taylor. It does. Yo, she can't even talk, dude. It's hitting Taylor hard right now. You're going to need that hydrochloroquine. You're going to need hydrochloroquine, Taylor. I mean that.
You high, Taylor, for real?
She is.
I ate half an edible.
You're going to need it. Anyway, Charlotte, you were saying offline to me that you think Dr. Emmanuel is the truth. Right? You said something about that. That's who you go to.
I definitely didn't say that.
You said that's your tree hugging expert. You said you've been talking to her about tree hugging and the best way to hug trees.
I think that the way Dr. Stella Emmanuel was executed was brilliant. I think that the way that they got that propaganda out there was incredible.
That was propaganda, you're saying?
Yeah. The event was organized by the right-wing group Tea Party Patriots, which is backed by wealthy Republican donors. So you do this conference and then all of a sudden, every right-wing person with a platform starts retweeting it. Because mind you, we see plenty of these conspiracy theories all the time. She's not the first doctor to get online and say these things or say coronavirus is a hoax. Why yesterday did everybody line up to just start retweeting her and saying, "Oh, you should listen to this"?
Why do you think?
Because Donald Trump's poll numbers is slipping like a motherfucker. A lot of people know it's not a lot of people know it's because of the coronavirus.
Right.
Yeah, the economy is in the toilet. And Trump wants to let people know, look, I've been telling y'all the truth the whole time. I've been right the whole time, but I keep getting, blocked by the media. And I keep getting blocked by, people who don't want to see me win in November. So that's what I think this shit is. Because he told us about hydrochloroquine back in what? March, maybe?
Right.
And I mean, I've heard a couple people take hydrochloroquine. My man, John McConnell, he's a radio agent, there's plenty of articles on him.
Comedian said hydrochloroquine saved his life.
Yeah, he had COVID?
Yeah, he had that COVID. He had that Rones.
Yeah.
And the hydrochloroquine saved life, so it can't be entirely wrong. Do we have to celebrate Republicans for elevating black female voices, though?
No.
We don't do that? When is a black female voice not supposed to be elevated? That's a great question, Taylor, that you're probably too high to answer because they were elevating black female voices.
Yeah, you can be elevated as long as you're not being compromised. So if you're not being paid to say what it is you're saying, sure. I don't have no problem having a platform as long as it's really your voice.
You think she was lying? You think she doesn't believe these things?
No. I think she absolutely believes it. But I think that if I am a Republican who's trying to change the narrative and I see this black woman from Nigeria who's a pediatrician and a religious minister, right? And I heard that one thing she said about hydrochloroquine and how you don't really have to wear a mask, which is something else they said early on. You don't really have to wear a mask. You can take the hydrochloroquine. People don't have to die, yada, yada, yada. She's the perfect person to put out there.
But it is interesting that we're only supportive of elevating black voices we agree with, not just black voices in their entirety. That is kind of interesting. That's an interesting discussion.
Well,
like if Candace Owens says some shit, it's like, yo, shut up. Your black voice doesn't matter. But if someone says something that is along the, party line, if you will, then that voice should be elevated.
Well, I think that if you have a history of making bizarre claims about medical topics, for example, that certain what's the word, Taylor? Genealogical. That genealogical problems like cysts are caused by people having sex in their dreams with demons and witches. If you've alleged things like alien, if you've alleged things like alien DNA is currently used in medical treatments and that scientists are cooking up a vaccine to prevent people from being religious. And my favorite, because I have a cousin who believes this, that people that Washington, D.C. is not ran by humans, is ran in part by reptilians and other aliens.
Oh, that's a big theory, though. That's a big conspiracy theory.
It is.
That the lizard people are out there controlling us all, bro.
It is.
I
got a cousin right now who I stopped talking to because he's in my DM saying, "I know you down with those lizard people, those reptilians."
What?
You might be, bro. You might be.
What do they mean by
I don't know.
like? What do they really mean by that?
They think
They
that
really mean,
lizard
like,
people are the ones that control the world, bro. Listen, there's a lot of crazy things going on out here, way crazier than hydrochloroquine. I'm just saying, if we're about elevating black female voices, we got to elevate all black female voices. Or we got to realize...
I think you're getting this wrong.
Say what?
I think you're getting this wrong.
No, I know. I'm just trying to like point out hypocrisy. I'm basically saying what is interesting is that we...
But why? But talking about, you can elevate the voice, but why can't you dispute the voice? Who said you can't dispute the voice?
I thought you were saying don't elevate the voice.
No.
Because I thought you were saying it's messed up that all these Republicans were reposting her, retweeting her.
Yeah, because it's clear propaganda. It was clear media manipulation. That's the shit the Kardashians do.
Isn't that what we all are?
Kardashians tried to get one off yesterday. Y'all didn't give a fuck.
What'd they do?
What you mean?
What'd they do? The Kim Kardashian crying in the thing?
Exactly.
You think that was propaganda? You don't think those were real? You think they were crocodile tears? Lizard tears, if you will? Maybe the Kardashians are part of it, Charlamagne?
They're in fucking Wyoming.
Right.
Who the fuck got that close to the car? Why that car ain't had no tents? It's Kim Kardashian and Kanye. Y'all can't be this stupid, yo.
Shit.
Y'all can't be.
Stay woke. Stay woke.
I mean, both of y'all said, shit. Like,
oh, shit, Charla. Maybe the windows were open because it's 90 fucking degrees. But you might be right,
the windows were
bro.
open. They were clear. They weren't even dark.
The windows were no tints.
The windows were
tint.
down.
Listen,
windows were up.
It's only white people in Wyoming. We don't tint.
Man, stop.
It's true. White people don't tint our cars. Why would you tint your car?
Kanye been living in Wyoming for 3 years. I've been out there. Them motherfuckers move militant.
But do they tint? Do they tint?
They got the same shit they got in LA. Them fucking Suburbans and all that shit with the dark windows. Same exact shit. They're seen when they want to be seen.
Oh,
and by the way, I'm gonna tell you something. I respect it. I respect what the Kardashians and Kanye do. I respect what Trump and any of those guys do. You know why? Media manipulation is very fun to watch.
Oh.
It really is. It's very fun to watch how you can just put something in the atmosphere, put something in the ecosystem, and everybody will run with it.
Now, here's
especially if it reinforces a narrative you already are trying to create.
That's it. Now, here's a question. How do you protect your own platform from being considered propaganda or media manipulation? I'm sure you've probably heard people make claims like, the Breakfast Club only has Democratic candidates on and they're a tool for the Democratic establishment, right? I'm sure you've probably heard that.
And you know what happens as soon as we put Rush Limbaugh on and Angela Stanton King and people that are conservatives, you know what they say then?
What?
Charlamagne's down with those reptilians now. He's giving the reptilians a voice, so fuck them all. Who cares? Who gives a fuck what people got to say?
So, but that is interesting though, because you know that that's somebody trying to manipulate what you're doing organically, right? Like your opposition is going to go, okay, the Democratic elite sat down with Charlamagne and they said, hey, Charlamagne, you got to elevate these voices and this is what you got to do. Now you're looking at this and you're going, oh, that's hilarious. Like, that conversation never happened. We try to get Republicans on all the time. They don't want to come on, this, that, the other. But we are looking at what's happening with Kim Kardashian or what's happening with the Nigerian doctor lady and going, this was an organized hit and all these people came together and they decided to do it. But maybe they're looking at it in the same way that you look at it. And they're like, what? That never happened at all. It was just this chick that was in D.C. trying to talk.
We both been doing this too long to know the difference. And what you said one word that is so key.
Go.
Organic, baby. Motherfuckers can see when some shit is not organic. This shit was called the White Coat Summit, a gathering of doctors called America's Frontline Doctors. Who the fuck are these people? Organized by Tea Party patriots, only to get a bunch of retweets from Republicans yesterday. Yo, I can go online right now and pull up mad videos on YouTube with other doctors basically saying the same thing, like coronavirus is a hoax. And what about the white woman who used to work with Dr. Fauci? She didn't get elevated.
They killed her?
No, but they didn't. They took that video down. You ever saw it? Did you ever see that?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. It's this white woman who used to work with Dr. Fauci, and she basically was saying, why she thinks this is a plandemic. All they did was take her videos down. You ain't seen nobody from the Republican Party retweeting that shit, or from the left either.
They've been taking all those videos down from the Nigerian lady for sure.
Definitely.
It is interesting, though. I mean, look, you know me. I always think that there's like a nefarious plot behind things, and I love to dabble into the conspiracy world. But
they just don't want people to die, bro.
Well, that's the thing. That's what this is really doing. This is really taking advantage of hope. When you're in a desperate situation, you hope that there's a cure for this pandemic. You hope there's a cure for corona. You hope. None of us want to wear a mask. None of us want to stay home. We all want to be at work. We all want to go back with our normal lives. So when you have a woman that comes out, right, and she's like, yo, there's a cure, you're good. Well, shit, we're going to all believe it because it's like, it's the same reason why
she didn't say it was a cure.
No, she literally said there's a cure. Those are her words.
Said cure?
Cure. There's a cure.
I don't remember her saying cure. I just remember her saying people don't have to die. I remember her saying that.
Yeah, she goes, you don't have to wear a mask because there's a cure. Hydrochloroquine is the cure. And she said, we've treated 350 patients. None of them have died. They all went home. Then she's blaming it on these pharmaceutical companies, which is really interesting because her criticisms of the pharmaceutical companies might also be just. So while what she's claiming might be ridiculous, her criticisms of big pharma could be absolutely right.
That wouldn't even make no sense because it's not like hydrochloroquine is cheap. Like hydrochloroquine is something that's used to treat lupus. It's used to treat malaria. Like her pharmaceutical companies would make mad money producing a bunch of hydrochloroquine.
Right. But maybe the pharmaceutical companies that are producing it aren't the ones that want to put out the cure or the vaccine. Because there's way more money in the vaccine when you think about it. If everybody in the world got to take it, and
everybody's not going to want to do the vaccine though. Some people just going to want to do the treatment. So if there's something else out there, it might just do the treatment to get rid of it as opposed to doing the vaccine. Everybody don't believe in vaccine.
Well, now you've just exposed the conspiracy, my brother.
What's the conspiracy?
If there's a treatment instead of a vaccine, that means I don't have to take the vaccine. Now, if I don't take the vaccine...
Are vaccines a cure?
Yeah, vaccines, it's over. It's a wrap. You're good. You get vaccinated.
Why the fuck we got to get flu shots every year?
Well, because they're not vaccine. Oh, no, it's a different strand of flu, right? Every year there's a new strand of flu. Al used to be a nurse. So what is it?
So the vaccine, it kind of like prevents you from getting it.
Right. And since the flu switches every year, you need to get an updated vaccine every year. Boom.
So we probably going to have to do that with Corona then.
But don't the vaccines already have like a little bit of the...
That's what a vaccine is. It's a really small bit of the virus.
A little bit of pine sol. Just a little. Just a tiny bit.
It's just the pre-cum.
Just a little bit of just the top of the pine soil bottle. Pine soil.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
But if let's say there is this plot, right, for one of these companies to make billions of dollars vaccinating the whole world against corona. And then there's this other company's like, yo, y'all don't even got to do that vaccination shit. You could just get treated with hydrochloroquine. If you were one of those pharmaceutical companies that's making the vaccine, you're like, yo, shut them the fuck up. What's going on with them over there trying to ruin the bag? That would be the conspiracy if we were to go.
I just don't think they would shut the whole economy down if there's something available.
You're right.
That can get motherfuckers back out there.
You're right, especially Republicans. Republicans want to get this economy
exactly.
cooking again.
Yeah. I don't believe
if
that.
If anybody should be pushing that conspiracy, is the Democrats.
Well, I think the point of this whole white coach summit is to show, look, Trump has already said this shit is out there. Freaking Dr. What's her name? Emmanuel says it's out there. There's something out there that can get the world or get America back to where it needs to be. Democrats are the ones saying this shit don't work.
Oh.
Democrats are the ones telling y'all not to take this shit. That's what I think
I'm tired of everything being politicized. This shit is so annoying.
Welcome to an election year, buddy.
Bruh.